Okay, good evening, wrestling fans and sports fans. We're at the Brush Beat Digger Gymnasium, ready for the Beat Diggers to take on the Eaton Reds. Eaton Reds ranked number 10 in the state. We've got one number 1 wrestler, and we're going to kick it off with some JV matches. Wyatt Holdren will go at 126 pounds for the Beat Diggers against Ariel Rodriguez from Eaton. Eaton Reds, of course, in their red singlets. White across the front. And Rodriguez makes his way out there. The referee is Ryan Mayetta, wrestling for UNC and University High. As Wyatt Holdren gets set. And we're underway. Holdren in on a single. It looked like he was going for short fireman's. Then he gets caught in a double leg tackle and trying to kick free. No point awarded yet. There's no control yet as Wyatt's trying to mule kick out of that. They're right in the edge of the 10-foot circle. Right in front of us at Matt's side, and there's a 2-point takedown for Rodriguez. Eaton Red goes up in the first period, about 30 seconds gone. Rodriguez trying to put in an arm bar. Gets a hammer lock back, puts that wrist back, left wrist back in the right hip and trying to put an arm through and walk it around. White faces out, and Rodriguez is going to turn him loose and shoot right in. They'll make it 2-1 as they work over towards the cheerleaders, and Rodriguez right down on a single leg, and he's going to move up and grab the waist and get the takedown. So 1 point for escape. Now a second one as Rodriguez just lets Holdren go, and they go out of bounds. They have to restart. 51 seconds left first period. Holdren down 4-2. They'll go on their feet here in the first period. Holdren circling. As they work in their tie-up. Snap down by Rodriguez. Holdren circles. Rodriguez drops to a single leg, goes off to a double, lifts Holdren up, dumps him over on the hip for the 2-point takedown and a 6-2 lead. So we're inside of 20 seconds to go here in the first period. Rodriguez trying to work a power half. They stand parallel as they're broke down here outside of the mat.
Head up!
Holdren pulls that half off of there. Well, Rodriguez stays with it. Now he'll come back with a cross face, and we'll end the first period. Coin goes in the air, and it'll be Eaton's choice. If they're red, Beat Diggers will be green. Rodriguez will take the down position. And Holdren will come up on top on the right side. Rodriguez spins. Now he gets to his feet. And Holdren trips him down. See, work to the left edge of the mat. We're right here on the north side of the mat here. Towards the concession stand here. To our back. Holdren a little high, and Rodriguez trying to buck him off. They're right at the edge, and they'll be out of bounds. And come back to the center. Holdren still working from the top. 6-2 for Rodriguez from Eaton as he stands up, peels the wrist, and Holdren gives the escape, and then Holdren tried a little lat throw, but Rodriguez is going to get the escape and then comes right back to tackle and gets a 2-point takedown. And it's 9-3 now as he immediately gives Holdren the escape. Clock down to 1:10. And there's a shot in by Rodriguez, and he just pushes Holdren's head down. Holdren tries a little arm pinch, but that doesn't work. Rodriguez now up 11-3.
Oh, Wyatt!
Rodriguez just staying right almost behind Holdren. Got a little bit of a spiral ride, but Holden's based up pretty well. There's a tight waist by Rodriguez. Holden trying to spin into him. And Rodriguez will go back that double leg and break him down. And going to turn Holden loose again for the escape. Make it 11-4 as we're inside 24 seconds. Just a tackle as Holden got caught on his heels. And we'll give another 2 points to Rodriguez. Holden tries to turn into him. And now Rodriguez trying to tilt him with 10 seconds on the clock. Holden working the wrist free. No. A figure 4 on the leg by Rodriguez. Looking away from us. And we'll go to the third period. 13-4 for the Eaton Red. And it'll be Holden's choice. And he'll take the bottom position. 2 minutes to go in this first match here from Brush. Beat Diggers against the Eaton Reds. And we're back underway. Rodriguez working from the top. There's a double arm bar locked up. And, excuse me, you got the wrist 2-on-1 with the wrists. And Rodriguez trying to put a power half on the left side there. And Holden gets his arms out. I think it's building a base. But Rodriguez throwing a grapevine in on the left side here. Double grapevine. Holden's heels goes in the air. Rodriguez working a power half off the far side. Now Holden trying to pop out of that leg ride. So Rodriguez slapped that back on. A double grapevine. Holden trying to buck him off now. He's got Rodriguez high, and Rodriguez is going to want to run away. And Holden to get first point of the third period, but he gets immediately taken down. Makes it 15-5 as we're inside a minute to go. Rodriguez working a half Nelson. Holden pinches the arm and pops Rodriguez a little high, but Rodriguez fights that off, trying to put an arm bar in here on the right side. And Holden kind of limp arming out of that arm bar. Rodriguez kind of reinforced it for a moment. We get the chicken wing up there pretty high. Trying to walk it around now. He locks up a double arm bar with 26 seconds left, trying to walk it across. And he gives up on the double arm bar and walks that arm bar around, and Holden trying to bridge out of there. 10 seconds left in the match. And Rodriguez is trying to lock up the double arm bar out of that and walk it around on Holden. He's got the chicken wing up. That'll be a 3-point near fall and a call it potentially dangerous. It was real close to being a illegal hold there. So restart him with a second and a half on the clock, and we'll take a 30-second timeout after that and be back with more. And that's where we'll end up. 18-5. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 1010 KSIR. Good Connor Moose will work from the left side for the Eaton Reds. McDonald bellies down hard. Of course, from this side, looks like McDonald's not doing too much as they're turned towards us underneath. So he's got to do a little more on the bottom to get out of that ride by Moose. Now Moose back with a half Nelson. McDonald reaches up, peels it off. And Moose will try to work in there with the left hand this time. There goes to the 2-on-1. Is Moose now 1-on-1. McDonald kind of just laying flat there. Moose staying parallel with him. Coach up trying to help him out a little bit. He'll spread his arms out. Try to get a little room there to work. Down to a minute to go in the match. Moose grabs a 1-on-1 and tries to now go to a 2-on-1, trying to pull the wrist back underneath. Comes a half Nelson by Moose, driving it. And McDonald's got some exposure there. There's a 1 count. McDonald trying to peel that off again. There's a 1 count or 2 count now. McDonald's down flat for the pin. Going Connor Moose's way. That'll come 4 minutes and 30 seconds into the match. Let's take 30 seconds. We'll be back in a moment on 1010 KSIR. Okay, Jade Queen going against Brady Sandevant. And Sandevant's at 152. Jade Queen's listed at 138. He looks tiny out there compared to Sturdivant, excuse me. Brady Sturdivant from Eaton Reds. And there's a shot by Sturdivant. Good sprawl by Queen. He catches a front headlock on Sturdivant. And Queen gets thrown right to his back. He just got overpowered. And Sturdivant just kind of tackles him down. And Eaton Red will be up 2-0 as we got out of bounds. Little side drag attempt by Sturdivant. Queen tries to turn into him. And he'll get back to his base. Sturdivant kind of busts him forward. Tried a little tilt there. One-arm tilt. And Queen gets to his base, and here comes that tilt again. Just with a deep, tight waist and chopping the near arm, and now Queen's on his back for a 2 count. Not really a cheap tilt, it's just kind of a overpowering him there by Sturdivant. Now Queen turns into him, and he's got Sturdivant almost turned his back. Queen's going to come up with the reversal. Give up some near fall points. I think he showed 2 on the near fall. This Queen working the crossface on Sturdivant, trying to post that elbow. Sturdivant trying to build a base. Queen will chop that near arm. Trying to put an arm bar in there. Didn't look right. He gives up on that. Comes back with a hard crossface. Working the wrist. Can't quite pop that elbow. Head to the second period. I think score should be 4-2. They've got it 2-2. But we'll go to the second period. She'll officially 2-2 with Sturdivant working from the bottom. And he reaches around, grabs an ankle, and comes up on top. And Queen broken flat. Sturdivant staying parallel. Working a 2-on-1. Tries to drive Queen forward. Queen building a little bit of a base, and now Sturdivant pulls him back towards him. Queen couldn't clear that wrist and get out of there. Sturdivant drives him down. That 2-on-1 busts him forward. Now Sturdivant out to side with a half Nelson. Queen hips back against that real hard. They work over towards the Eaton side of the mat. And they'll be out of bounds. (4-2) officially for Sturdivant. Queen will get set. Sturdivant in on the, well, he's going to go over to the right side. Quick stand-up attempt by Queen. Gets caught on his hip. He's going to set down and twist and turn, get down to his base. Now Sturdivant trying to tilt. He's got about 15, 20 pounds probably on Queen. Queen trying to base up again. Sturdivant staying parallel. Queen just can't get those wrists free. And then he catches a big old crossface from Sturdivant. Sturdivant's trying to lock up a cradle. As he lifts and drives and lifts and drives. Somehow Queen fought out of that. Gets his elbow free and builds a base. Sturtevant just doesn't have enough power because he doesn't get out to the side with it. And we're going to head to the third period with Queen down by 2 on the scoreboard. And Queen's going to take neutral. And we're underway. Queen with a couple head taps as they go on their feet. Sturtevant with a double leg shot. And Queen trying to fight that off, and they'll be out of bounds here in front of the Beat Digger bench, just to our left. And get set. And Queen with a head tap, a couple of them. And Sturtevant pushes into him. Sturtevant shoots down. Queen with a good sprawl. Sturtevant's out of bounds. Queen's catching a front headlock on him, trying to bring him back in, get a little more control. Sturtevant stands up. Queen drops down to a single leg, but they'll be out of bounds. 1:24 on the clock. Third period. And there's a shot by Queen and on a single leg. And trying to pull it up. Sturtevant trying to sprawl away from it. Reaching it around, grabs an ankle, trying to pull it in with a crossface on Queen. He's going to walk it around and get the takedown. But it just a little more length and a lot more power with that bigger body now. Queen trying to fight off that tilt. I guess you call that an elbow tilt. Sturtevant kind of grabs Queen with the underneath like a 2-on-1, but he's got the elbow. Just can't quite crank him over with it because of that cross-body ride. Their look, but doesn't quite have it. Queen's got him almost hipped over into him, and about to pop out the backside. He'll swim out and get the reversal. 8-4 on the official scoreboard with 23 seconds. And Queen trying to work the tight waist, and then he had the crossface in there for a moment. Misses with the crossface. He hits it this time, trying to pop that elbow. Sturtevant just basing out. And Queen trying to work around there. And now he gets overpowered again almost. Queen trying to get a leg in there and fight out of there, and will end up with a score unofficially 10-4 or 8-4 on the scoreboard for Brady Sturtevant from the Eaton Reds.
Okay, our next JV match is 182 pounds.
Okay, 2 more JV matches to go. It'll be Raymond Miller against Brushes.
Raymond Miller.
We'll have Anthony Hunt from Eaton against Raymond Miller for the Beat Diggers. Raymond checks in as we move up to 182 pounds. Trying to look at the roster, but I don't see Miller on there, but we're underway here at 182. There's a shot in there. Oh, and going right to his back is Hunt, and Miller's going for the takedown. As Hunt tried to shoot in there, and he just got kind of pancaked over on his back. You know, Miller had kind of a headlock, had him turn for a moment. Now he's got a near side kind of crunch cradle that I haven't seen since Ray Marable, and he's crunching Hunt there for a moment. Didn't quite lock it up quite right. Now he's just going to let him loose, but it'll be 5-1 now. Give Miller the 5-point move on a 2-point takedown, 3-point near fall. And a 1-point escape goes to Anthony Hunt from Eaton. Hunt drops down and gets lateral dropped, or just kind of Supermaned over on his side, and there's a little bit of a reverse half, and Miller gets chest to chest, and Hunt's crunched down there. And there's a hand underneath, but there's going to be a pin here by Miller if he can get that hand out from under Hunt's shoulders. He needs to get that half out from under the shoulder, and Hunt would be pinned. The official down there looking really close. And there's the pin for Raymond Miller. And that comes at 4:34 of the match. So 3:34. 3:34 of the match for Raymond Miller. So we'll have Taylor Gatto going against Red Hart. That'll be our last JV match, and it looks like Red Hart's a pretty good-sized kid. And we're underway at 285-pound weight. Gatto getting pushed around there a little. They come back, forehead to forehead. Red Hart pushes around now. Gatto will push back. Gatto shoots in on a single leg. Kind of gets caught underneath. And Hunt comes around the back, gets a little high. Hart, excuse me. And Hart trying to work something there as he just grabs arms and heads and just kind of mauling Tyler Gatto. He's maintaining control. Now he tries a half Nelson, trying to sink that in. Gatto gets his head up, pitches the arm down a little bit, trying to build a base. As Hart had the 2-on-1 there for a moment. Is about 50 seconds and counting here in the first period. Red Hart up by 2 for the Reds. Hart trying to put a half Nelson in. He's got 1-on-1 on the right arm of Gatto as we work to the near edge. We'll be out of bounds. And we head back to center. Gatto gets in a down position. Red Hart in on the left side. And busts Gatto forward. Comes up, catches him with a cross face. Gatto bases out. Trying to build a little better base and get up here. As Hart grabs a wrist for a moment. Gatto gets that back underneath him. Now Hart out with a half Nelson. Getting out to the side, trying to crank it. And Gatto gets, over he goes. And he's got a big guy on top of him for the pin for Red Hart. And that comes at 1:59 of the match. So that does it for our JVs. So while we do get ready for the varsity match, let's take a short time out on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.
2 pounds from Eaton, Hayden Javette. And from Brush, Taylor Cobb. At 113 pounds from Eaton, Elias Munoz. And from Brush, Colin Cole. At 120 pounds from Eaton, that's Alhan Rodriguez. And from Brush, Jason Weisman. At 126 pounds from Eaton, David Pickle. And from Brush, Osvaldo Nunez. At 132 pounds from Eaton, Eric Rush. And from Brush, Wyatt Fowles. At 138 pounds from Eaton, Ty Barnhart. And from Brush, Justin Griffith. At 145 pounds from Eaton, Cash Anderson. And from Brush, Isaac Morales. At 152 pounds from Eaton, Grayson Lewis. And from Brush, Jared Peterson. At 162 pounds, 160 pounds from Eaton, Rusty Lloyd. And from Brush, Arnaldo Motos Garcia. At 170 pounds from Eaton, Blake Miller. And from Brush, Randy Rivers. At 182 pounds from Eaton, Colton Ingram. And from Brush, Kobe McDonald. At 195 pounds from Eaton, Tanner Kramer. And from Brush, Josiah Quinton. At 220 pounds from Eaton, James Moreno. And from Brush, Ray Pan. At 285 from Eaton, Jeremy Moreno. And from Brush, Andrew Guzman.
Oh, okay. I hope you heard that all right. As tuned in to Randy Dreitz, the PA announcer. Jason Holdren joining me. Oh, thank goodness you're here, Jason.
Oh, glad to be here, Rob, and here we go again for another year.
Yeah, I'm not very prepared. This season just kind of run up on us. We'll have the toss of the coin, so let's take a short 30-second timeout. We'll be back with the 106-pounders on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back, and we're underway here at 103 pounds. Caleb Cox is out there against Hayden Gavette. Cox lifts him up high and dumps him down for a 2-point takedown. Caleb's almost 103 pounds now, I think.
Yeah, he's finally almost up to weight. He's not having to cut anything yet, but
Hayden Gavette still looks quite a bit bigger than him, doesn't it? They worked right at the edge of the far edge of the 10-foot circle from us. Looks like Cox trying to put a little chicken wing in there. Keeps a little spiral ride and trying to work that wing or arm bar here on the near side. In trouble getting it turned up there where he wants it. That trying to stand up. Cox a little scissor circle on the near side. He's got that right leg tying up the left leg of Gavette. Kind of hooks that heel. And Gavette gets out of the hold, and then Cox come back with a tight waist, gets that near arm work back, maintains control. We're down to about 40 seconds to go here in the first period. Cox up 2-0. Caleb's done a lot of work this summer, wrestling all over the country. And here comes a little tilt move there, but didn't have enough power to get those long legs, get the leverage to make it work. And Cox keeps 2-on-1 on there. Looks like he might have an armbar set in there. Yeah, he did. Tried to pull him into him.
trying to drive him over his right shoulder and tilt him over. But
kind of trying to pull him into him, but didn't look like he could have to be pretty strong to turn him that way. But go to the second period, Cox up 2-0. And Cox will get the choice and go in the down positions. So I think Eaton Reds were choice. Eaton had choice in the next match. Yep. Cox trying to get out of that mess as I looked away. Gavette trying to maintain control there. This Cox got her knee. Gavette working around the top. Well, reach over the top, grab an ankle, but Cox is going to pop away for the escape. Now they'll go on their feet. Cox tries a little throw. Just had a little underhook. Going to try a little cow catcher throw, it looked like, but didn't have strength enough to pop him over. Cox up 3-0 as we hit 1:11 on the clock, second period. On their feet. They go forehead to forehead. See who can push who there. Cox drives him towards the near beat digger bench, and they'll be out of bounds. Cox in on a single leg, in there with a deep. Vet trying to fight it off with a whizzer. Cox puts that toe up near his hip, pops out the backside. He's got the takedown on Gavette. Put him up 5-0. Gavette basing out. Cox will try to work that near arm. Got it wrapped underneath. Gavette up on his knees. Cox got the left wrist wrapped clear around to the right hip. They'll give up on that. Go for the near ankle. Gavette with his head in the mat, on his knees there. And not showing a lot of movement or anything there, but we go to the third period. Cox up 5-0. Be Gavette's choice. Coach Tony Masteri puts Gavette in the down position. Tony, I think he was a Greeley Central wrestler, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Like a 4-time state champ. 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
And he wrestled for University of Northern Colorado. And now Cox working from the top here in the third period. Got that little scissor circle in on the right leg. That trying to spin around. Cox keeps that far wrist tied up. Referee, also a former UNC wrestler, Ryan Mietta out there, a university wrestler. Cox will grab that left wrist, clear around the body of Gavette, and breaks him down. Cox still up 5-0. No points here in the third period. Gavette gets up on his knees. Cox working the wrist. But Caleb always sets up a little cheap tilt. And I don't know, maybe not a cheap tilt. I don't know what kind of tilt. He's about to put himself in trouble. Gets caught in a headlock. But Gavette kept off his back. I don't know if Caleb got any back points out of that mess or not, but he's hooked up on a single leg with 35 seconds left here in the match. Gavette trying to pop out of this thing. And now he's got a bow and arrow cradle, and he'll come around for the reversal on Cox. Makes it 5-2 with 21 seconds on the clock. Gavette with a couple nasty elbows to the back of the head. Now there's another one. Cox trying to build a base with 12 seconds to reach back, grab a knee, and Gavette breaks him down out of that, down to 5 seconds and counting. So we get close, and Cox is going to win this, and there's going to be a few cross faces there from Gavette. That'll be Brush victory, 5-2. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.
Let's go, Colin.
Go.
You ready for this one?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm not sure we got the commercial there, so Colin Cole is out there against Elias Munoz.
Colin Cole takes Munoz down to start the first period with a double leg tackle. Go out of bounds and make your way back to the center circle. Stand up by Munoz. Cole pulls him back down and they go out of bounds. Cole sets on the left side, reaches down, grabs an ankle this time on the stand up. Dumps Munoz down, trying to hip Munoz over. Munoz, a lot of movement there. Colin just needs to settle him down a little bit. And there's a cross face, good cross face cradle. He's trying to hook it up. I think he's running the head in there. Munoz stretching out hard. Colin got it hooked up, rolls him over on his back. Munoz fighting for his life under there. And it sure looks like, and there's the pin for Colin Cole. 46-second pin in the first period for Colin Cole.
All right, 46-second pin. That's great. As we go to the next match at 120 pounds, we'll have Jason Wiesman against Alan Rodriguez. Don't forget MMI International. When buying a mixer or feeder truck, nothing compares to MM Design, craftsmanship, and service. Give them a call at 842-5161. Jason Wiesman, and he's up from about 90 pounds from last year, too, up to 120. He's grown a lot taller, too, as he takes on.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot taller.
Rodriguez ranked number 10 in the state. Rodriguez has a nice single leg and then goes to double, puts Wiesman to his back right here at the edge, and he'll be out of bounds. And Wiesman will work off the bottom. Rodriguez works the 2-on-1. Eaton Red's always known for great wrist control. Wiesman builds a base. Rodriguez trying to lift an ankle. Rodriguez ties up the far wrist underneath, or elbow underneath. Wiesman gets his long arms out there. He keeps a pretty good base, but having trouble clearing out of there. Rodriguez, that little scissor circle on Wiesman there. Now Wiesman sets out, reaches back for the head, but Rodriguez follows him around and maintains control. Rodriguez with that leg in there trips Wiesman forward. Doesn't get it on the inside, he just kind of hooks the scissor circle on the near leg and trying to bust Wiesman forward. Inside of 30 seconds to go, first period. 2-0 for Rodriguez from Eaton. Beat Diggers lead the duel 9-0. And Wiesman just about got dumped over there. But gets those long arms out, and Rodriguez does a good job of working the wrist. Rodriguez keeps his wrist tied up, but Wiesman slapping the wrist control on. Can't do much with the guy on the bottom if you don't control them wrists.
That's true.
Wiesman will work from the top here. It was Rodriguez's choice. He took down. Wiesman will work from the right side. Rodriguez stands up, tries to run away, but Wiesman, I think he's got a 2-on-1 under there. Got the wrist tied up, goes up on that, comes back with a half Nelson. Now he's got the tight waist. Rodriguez trying to crawl forward and get away. And gets heel trip back. Nice job of riding by Wiesman as he's trying to tilt, but Rodriguez works towards the far edge. Wiesman out to the side. Rodriguez hipping back into him. And Wiesman throws him over the top, gets caught in a headlock, and he's on his back as Rodriguez kind of stretching him out there out of this leg ride. And Wiesman pops out of there. He's got Rodriguez a little high, but he gives up 5 points there. As they give the lead 7-0 now for Rodriguez. And the 2-point reversal, 3-point near fall. We're inside of 50 seconds and counting. Pretty good scramble, but Rodriguez come up on top. Got the escape and the 3-point near fall. There's Rodriguez with a hard crossface. He gets a little high, and Wiesman trying to pop out of there. And they're going to give Wiesman the escape. I say there, scorekeepers and Ryan Maeda and the referee. They'll be on their feet. And Rodriguez pushes in. Wiesman pushes him by. And there's a snap down. Rodriguez is just going to snap him down, spin around behind, and get the takedown. We'll make it 9-1. Wiesman has kind of a reverse grapevine hit on Rodriguez. Reaches for the head. Rodriguez is going to pop over the top, and Wiesman got free, but the official didn't give him the escape yet. Rodriguez still got a hold of him, and they're going to give Wiesman the escape now. That'll make it 9-2 as we go to the third period. I was wondering whether he's going to give that escape, but he's a little slow awarding it. Rodriguez in on the top for the third period. Grabs an ankle. Tries Wiesman forward. Ellen is just getting stacked up there. Rolls through it. And they're going to give 2-point near fall out of that roll through. It was almost a freestyle move, wasn't it? It was kind of a slow move, but I didn't think it was enough for a 2 count. And Rodriguez working the tight waist. They're really battling for wrist control. Rodriguez working from the back, kind of keeps Wiesman's ankles tied up with his feet. But, Wiesman broken flat. Rodriguez staying parallel, trying to get out and run a half from the right side. Now Wiesman broken flat with 50 seconds and counting. Coach Quinlan out there trying to get a call from the referee for stalling. We've seen a lot of that in the first period. Now Wiesman gets dumped over at his back as he bridges up out of it. He's going to kick out but give up 2 near fall points. So it's 13-2 with 38.5 seconds left. There's a little stack move by Rodriguez. Wiesman rolled through it, and the official's going to give him 2 counts on that roll through too. So. We're down inside of 20 seconds to go. Wiesman's got to roll through those faster, I guess. Rodriguez is staying parallel. He's going to get a crossface in there. 8 seconds left and counting. Rodriguez working the ankle and a little tight waist. That'll be the match. 15-2 major decision for the Eaton Red. Reds get their first victory. Let's try to take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Oswaldo Nunez, huh?
Oswaldo Nunez at 126 pounds taking on David Pringle of Eaton. Oswaldo in on a single leg, switches to a double, dumps Pringle down to the mat, picks up the 2-point takedown. They're right on the edge of the mat. Nunez 2-on-1 underneath.
Oswaldo ranked number 9 in the state by Tim Young.
Yep, Oswaldo just a freshman, but Pringle in and hit a switch. Both wrestlers standing up, no points awarded yet. And Pringle's going to get the 2-point reversal as they go out of bounds. A little shove from Pringle at the end there. Side drag by Pringle. Pringle puts the leg in. Oswaldo tripods up. Gets the leg out, reaches around, grabs it, switches on the way down. Oh, Pringle puts a headlock in. No arm there. That's an illegal headlock.
Okay, they're going to call it.
Well, Oswaldo's going to get a point out of that. Goes up 3-2. He's still in the bottom. 43 seconds left. A little Granby roll and just about got put to his back. Oswaldo getting pulled over on his right hip and not getting points counted off against him. He had that problem Saturday, just trying to get around the backside and ended up with his shoulders down.
Yeah, he didn't help himself much with that move.
Lost 3 near fall points there. Oswaldo with a switch attempt, goes back to a sit out, hits a Peterson roll at the end of the first period. And we're going to go to the second period, 5-3 in favor of Eaton's David Pringle. David Pringle's choice. He's going to choose bottom here in the second period. Oswaldo took third this weekend up at Akron. Can't remember where Pringle was at. Switch attempt by Pringle on the whistle. Stands up with it. Oswaldo down to a double leg. Pulls him down. Oh, and puts Pringle to his back. But Pringle's going to roll through it, and they'll go out of bounds.
No back points on that? That was a slower roll through than Eaton's been doing.
I agree. So they'll go back to the center.
Didn't have a whole lot of control, though.
Pringle ahead 5-3 here in the second period. Stand-up attempt by Pringle. Nunez reaches down, grabs an ankle, pulls him back down to the mat, now flattens him out. Cross-face by Nunez. Pringle makes his way back up to his base, trying to hit a switch, and he's going to get around and score a 2-point reversal. Oh, leg and a half in there, trying to put Oswaldo on his back again. Got a 1 count on that. Oswaldo needs to quit hitting that switch like that. He's going to get put right to his back there. Let go of that, Oswaldo.
Kind of setting on his hips and about to get dumped his back.
He's trying to stand up and get around the back. But Pringle says thank you and just reaches up and grabs Oswaldo's arm. No back point scored. Oswaldo able to stay off of his back.
The coach is helping him out in the background.
30 seconds left here in the second period. Nunez down 7-3 in this match. Stand-up attempt by Oswaldo. Once again tried to roll to his back, didn't he?
Yeah. I thought he's got locked hands in there, but that might have been Oswaldo's hand that I seen. Stretching him out with that leg right now.
I've noticed already, even at the freshmen in the JVs and here with Oswaldo, kids want to reach over their opponent's back and
reach back into him.
That closes out the second period. 7-3 is the score going into the third period in favor of Eaton's David Pringle. Both refs are just eyeing each other. Good shot by Oswaldo in on a little knee pick, trying to lift it up and dump Pringle down. Pringle trying to sprawl, reaches over the top, grabs Oswaldo's ankle. Pringle still draped over the top, hooked onto an ankle. Oswaldo underneath with a single leg, and they're going to call a stalemate. Still 7-3. Minute 30 left here in the third period. Nunez down. He in there on another single leg, trying to switch to a double. Pringle just playing defense out there, sprawling and draping over the top. Oswaldo needs to pick that thing up and get around the corner, switch over to a double leg. There's a...
Oh, that should have been a takedown. I don't know. Oh, man. Pringle just kind of reached back with his hand loose on the back as they went out of bounds in that tackle position.
Minute left in the third period. Oswaldo down 7-3 still. Pringle in with a single leg shot. Oswaldo sprawling. Needs to get that other leg back, put some hip pressure into Pringle instead of pulling him into him. Oswaldo picks him up, throws him over the top. Pringle just grabs onto the ankle a little harder. Nunez still pulling him into him. Pringle about to pop his head out. 15 seconds. Nunez finally gets his hips back around. Now he's got to move. He's got 10 seconds here to do something.
A lot of inexperience out there. You can see the athletic ability, but not quite sure what to do with all of it.
4 seconds left. Oswaldo down 7-3. And that's going to end the match.
Okay, let's try to take a timeout again here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. Another freshman out for the Beat Diggers, and Wyatt Fowl, and he gets taken down right off the buzzer. It looked like he was trying to set up a throw, and it didn't work very good. Foul now.
Just set up a Peterson.
Sets up Peterson roll, and gets a 2-point reversal out of it. They're working to the near edge. That'll tie it up. Now Fowl gets up, locks up a cradle. And he's going to work him out of, well, the officials letting him wrestle here and counting off back points. I thought the Eaton Red was out of bounds, but I guess we'll take him. And that'll move Fowl into the lead. How'd you see that?
Looked like he was on the edge to me, but
we've had a few calls we didn't think we liked, so I guess Fowl going for a cradle again. Got a little length out there. We were at 132 pounds. Now Fowl hits that cross face, drapes over the top. And getting it locked up, trying to step out with it now. Now over goes his opponent, Eric Russ, and Russ is on his back, locked up in a cradle. The official on one side can't figure out where he wants to be so he can see the potential pin. Fowl's going to pick up 3 near fall points.
Wyatt Fowl was in the championship at Akron this weekend. Ended up taking second, but only lost 5-0 to Morgan Fogg from Highland. Used to be from Thompson Valley, a 2-timer.
Oh, okay, that's why that sounded familiar.
Yeah.
That's a nice guillotine there by Fowl, and he's picking up near fall points. Still got 25 seconds left in the period. He's got a hammer lock. He's trying to crank that over. And he's going to get the 3 near fall points. Go up 10-2. And now Fowl a little high there. Got a leg in. His about to get his head hung. And he got out of that. He's going to ride him out the last 4 seconds with that double grapevine. Well, it got a little too high and got himself in trouble.
Yeah.
Russ in a black singlet with E on the side. Foul on the diamonds on the sides, I guess you call it singlet for the beat digger. Diamonds in gold and the rest of the singlet kind of maroonish. Okay, foul will work from the top. It was Russ's choice. He took down. And tries to crawl forward. Foul with a tight waist. Set near arm. Going for that cross-face cradle again. Got the elbows locked
step
up.
In there.
Yeah, he didn't have to pick the leg up. He just kind of bowled him over there for a moment. I think Russ grabbed the foot there. Now foul gets out. Going for that cradle again. Now he's just got him pick and stepped over. Now Russ trying to pop out of there, but foul's got him set over on a hip as Russ is kind of the over position.
It looks like they're out of bounds to me.
Yeah, they're pretty much out of bounds. I think the official was trying to see if maybe that Russ had come up on top, but foul kept control there. Foul looks a lot smaller even at 132 pounds. It's tall and thin. Russ was stand up with 1:10 on the clock, second period, and counting. Foul drops down to the knee. Got Russ setting over on a hip. Foul pulls that leg right up across his stomach. And Russ trying to turn into him. Like foul had him set up with the across the legs. Now here comes a cross face, but they'll bust out of bounds. Chad Cox up coaching foul here at the edge. Foul huffing and puffing. Not too far out of that football season. Foul will move in on the right as we restart. Good hard side drag. Here comes a cross face from foul. He's tied up the legs, but Russ fought that off, trying to peel that over and foul right back to the cross face. Traps that far elbow. Reaches that long arm underneath. Oh, man, suicides him over. And picking up back points, 20 seconds left. There's the pin. Right on the 20 seconds. So a 3:40 pin for a foul for the Beat Diggers. And next up will be Justin Griffith against Ty Garnett. Don't forget State Farm Insurance. When you're looking for someone to walk you through the insurance world, turn to the office of Greg Mullen in Brush. They have home, auto, life, health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call at 842-4555.
Justin Griffith now at 138 pounds, taking on Ty Garnhart. Is that right? Justin Griffith in on a double leg, dumps him down, hits the half right away. And Garnhart's going to squirt out of bounds. So Griffith leads 2-0 here early in the first period at 138 pounds. Switch attempt by Garnhart. Griffith pulls him back down. Now setting up an arm bar. Looks like he's got a wrist with it reinforced on the other side. Running the head with it. Oh, loses the wrist. Now he grabs the wrist again. Headed over there again. Drives him over his shoulder. Should be picking up near fall points here. And he is trying to step through it. Now he steps clear through it. Head up. Garnhart on his back.
He got that double arm bar he worked it into, it looks like.
He does, and there's a lot of pressure on that shoulder, but Garnhart still, I don't know how to put any more pressure on it than that.
It's got to hurt.
And Garnhart's going to squirt out of that, but Griffith picks up 3 near fall points, goes up 5-0 here in the first period. Stand-up attempt by Garnhart. Griffith pulls him right back down to the mat. Base up by Garnhart. He's going to stand up and get the escape. 5-1 now the score.
Griffith, sophomore for the Beat Diggers.
Hand fighting out there. Reaches up. Pounding each other's head. Good 2-on-1 by Griffith. He just needed to drop down to that single leg. There he goes. Does it again. Dumps him down. Oh, and Garnhart's going to get his hips back under him, and they'll go out of bounds.
Had him where he wanted him, just didn't have enough room to complete it. He was trying to keep them toes in.
On the whistle, they bull into each other. A throw attempt by Griffith, and he's going to somehow get out of that. I thought he was going down to the mat. And they're going to go out of bounds again. 8 seconds or 0.8 seconds?
0.8, I guess.
0.8. We're going to go to the second period. Justin Griffith on top of Ty Garnhart here at 138 pounds.
5-1. That scoreboard over there, it's kind of hard to see that one hiding behind the shield.
Garnhart chooses bottom here in the second period. Side drag by Griffith. Gets a 2-on-1 underneath. I think it might be trying to set up a tilt. Hits a cross face with it. Trying to hit the pick and step, trying to step through. Oh, and Garnhart just hips over. Going to get the reversal on Griffith. Put him right into a near side cradle. They're right on the edge of the mat. Griffith needs to know where he's at and squirt out of bounds before he gets put on his back.
Yeah, he did a good job of defense of getting out of that mess.
So Griffith still leads 5-3. He's on the bottom now. Garnhart on from the right side. Griffith just bases himself on the whistle. Over on a hip. Needs to get off that hip and up on a base. And there he comes up. Trying to grab a wrist underneath. Spiral ride by Garnhart. Stand up by Griffith. Garnhart trying to pull him back down. He does. Griffith back up to his base. Good crossface by Garnhart. Driving the head. Stand up by Griffith. They'll go out of bounds again. Griffith still in the bottom. Griffith sets on bottom. Garnhart on from the left side this time. Drops down to an ankle as Griffith tried to switch. Justin Griffith once again with his hips on the mat. Griffith must have arms tied up or something underneath there, so he's not moving at all under there.
Yeah, he's got that left arm wrapped clear around his stomach there.
Garnhart trying to, I don't know what he's doing under there. Oh, trying to pull that arm out and get an arm bar up on top. Going to run out of time here in the second period. Griffith still leads 5-3.
Be Griffith's choice.
And Griffith's going to choose bottom. Couldn't get away from him in the second period. Maybe he'll get away from him here in the third. Just braces himself on the whistle. Spiral ride by Garnhart. Griffith trying to peel hands off. Just a had 2-on-1s under there and just tilts Justin Griffith over, getting back points there. Puts him right to his back and he's flat.
Oh, man. Good power move. Garnhart showed a lot of power. Walking that 2-on-1 around there and gets the pin on Griffith.
It's a 3-minute, 29-second pin. That gives another 6 points to Eaton, 15-13 now on the team side.
Here we got Isaac Morales for the Beat Diggers. Coming out here at 145 against Anderson from Eaton. And Morales right in on a single leg, but couldn't put Anderson down. I think that's Caleb. It's hard to read that writing.
I think it's Cash, K-A-S-H.
Is it Cash? Okay, I think I've heard that before. There's a single leg there by Morales right at the edge. A whizzer there by his opponent, and they go down, and there's a takedown by Morales. We work right here at the near edge.
Know where you're at, Isaac.
Arm bar and a tight wrist, but he's trying to pull him back into him. But they'll head back to the center. Isaac Morales, another one of the freshmen for the Beat Diggers. Oh, stand up and a switch attempt by Anderson, but Morales just tackled him right back down. And there's a switch attempt, and Anderson going to come around with a reversal. He's working that near arm underneath the 2-on-1. Morales gets out of that, stands up, trying to peel away and run. And he runs away and gets the escape right into Brandon Camerzell, the coach for Eaton. They'll be out of bounds. 52 seconds in counting. First period. Anderson trying to lock up the wrist and kind of pushes Morales to this side, and Morales shoots in. He'll back out of that, come right back with a reshot. And right here at the near edge by the Beat Digger bench. And they'll be out of bounds. We're back underway. 25 seconds to go here in the first period. 1 point lead for Morales. He's in on a double leg shot. Gets caught underneath. Anderson reaches back, lifts his foot up. Kind of working that foot, trying to block the power from Morales as they drive to the near edge, and they'll be out of bounds again. Six seconds left. First period. Bang foreheads and wrist tie. Anderson takes the shot and head to the second period. Be Anderson's choice. And Morales will get the deferment and take the down position. They're looking away from us towards the Beat Digger cheerleaders. Quick stand up by Morales. Trying to feel the wrist. Gets busted down. Anderson reached through the legs and tied up the wrist. They'll give up on that. It's broken flat right on the 10-foot circle. Anderson staying parallel. Official hasn't made anybody get out to the side and do anything. Morales stands up, peels the wrist, turns into Anderson. And Anderson dumps him down, comes up on top. Morales trying to work these feet, and it gets busted out of bounds. They'll have to come back to the center with 1:25 second period. Coach Quinlan's little boy over here watching us. And it's like a little tilt attempt by Anderson. Tries it again. Morales goes over, but he comes right to his feet trying to peel away. And Anderson will bust him out of bounds over by the Eaton bench. Got the little digger over here giving us the evil eye. He's not quite sure who we are. Whoops, got a little caution on the start. That goes against Morales, I guess. Green armband went in the air. Now we're back underway. Anderson works that wrist underneath. Morales hasn't been able to clear it. Anderson will grab an ankle and bust him forward. And there, now Morales gets to his feet, trying to run away. Anderson hanging on. Now Morales will turn into him. That'll make it 4-2 for Morales with that escape. Anderson wants to tie those wrists up. 35 seconds or so in the second period. Morales with a shot. Anderson a big sprawl. Catches an underhook. Tries to spin around and grab an ankle, but he's out of bounds. Coach Cox saying, let's don't make a bad shot like that again. They'll be on their feet. 30 seconds left, second period. Oh, Anderson with just double-leg shot right off the whistle. And Morales is going to go down with a 2-point takedown. He bellies down. He gets out of that pickle, but looks like he's running out of a little gas here, too. Anderson working the wrist, busting over for a moment. Morales hides his head there for a second as Anderson looked like he was going to throw a wild crossface. Got to quit in the middle, and we go to the third period, tied up 4-4. The Morales, Anderson's choice. We're going to go on their feet. Morales gave up that last takedown a little too easy. And a wrist tie.
Oh, he looks a little gassed out there.
I forget they were playing football not that long ago. Was it 2-3 weeks?
Yep.
Work to the near edge. Morales backs away. Anderson shoots. Morales shoots around behind. Takes him down right here at the edge, and he's going to. Oh, he is going to give him the takedown. That was really close. The Eaton crowd didn't like that. And Anderson has to be motioned in the bottom position. Morales didn't think he had to take down either. He's up by 2. And Morales puts in a cheap tilt, rolls Anderson up over the top. And he's got a leg up in there. Anderson trying to hip into it. And Morales can't hold him for any back points. He keeps that cheap tilt on there. We get a illegal hold now. I couldn't see what that was, could you? That gives Anderson a point.
I didn't see what it was.
We got the Eaton crowd behind us. The coach is trying to talk to Morales. Anderson does a little switch, comes up on top, gets a half Nelson. He's got Morales on his back, almost to get a pin. And there's still a minute left in the match, minute 5, and Morales trying to fight off his back. There's a 5-point move by Anderson, and he's going to take a 10-6 lead with 55 seconds on the clock. There's Anderson trying to work over, get a half. Well, doesn't have a half Nelson, but he manages to head down without the arm. Right at a 2-on-1 driving Morales forward. There comes a half Nelson by Anderson. Morales trying to look away from it now. Anderson drives that. Morales to his feet. And he'll run out of bounds. And Anderson going right into the crowd almost. Okay, 24.5 seconds left, and Morales down by 4. The match he was leading going into this period. Excuse me, was leading earlier. A delay on the start. Now they'll reset. Anderson in on the left side. 20 seconds and counting. Anderson working out to the side. Morales gets that left arm tied up underneath. And trying to build a little bit of a base, but he's going to run out of time. Gets to his feet, and that'll be the match. 10-6 win for the Eaton Reds. Let's take 30 seconds on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, we're set to go at 152 pounds. Jaron Peterson for the Beat Diggers. Taking on the Brayson Lewis. Corp Continental. They have the GMCs, Chevrolets, and Buicks. It provides pre-owned super centers ready to serve you in Sterling, Eaton, Julesburg, and Fort Morgan. And we're underway at 152 pounds. Jaron Peterson trying to fight off a single leg tackle by Lewis, and they go out of bounds. 7-0 score. As Jaron with hands on the mat. There's a crawl forward by Lewis. Jaron stays away from that. Jaron down on a single leg. Gets in there pretty deep with it. Lifts him up, dumps him over, and gets the takedown. Jaron Peterson working at near arm. It's trying to work a hammerlock back there on Grayson Lewis. Spins around. Peterson keeps that tight waist on him, working at near arm. Lewis tries to turn into him. Kind of got caught on his back, gave up 2 back points. Now Peterson trying to hang on to a double leg and drives Lewis down. Lewis throws him over into the cheerleaders, but that's way out of bounds. He'll give Peterson the takedown, and then he got the 2-point near fall. Go up 4-0. Eaton Reds took the lead 16-15 after that last match on the team points. Peterson grabs an ankle and they work towards the far side, and they'll roll over and go out of bounds. Last 2 matches going Eaton's way. Peterson set on the left side as we restart. And Lewis tried to hit a switch. Peterson comes around, maintains control. And deep, tight waist in there with that left arm. Peterson looks smaller out there compared to Lewis. And Lewis turns into him. Peterson comes back up on top. Work right to the near side. Good hard chop by Peterson on the near arm. They'll be out of bounds.
Jaron he's working down to 145 pounds, and with the weight system it is this year, you've got to do it a little bit at a time.
Yeah, he looks a lot smaller. There's Peterson hanging on the ankles. Got mule kicking going on there by Lewis. And Peterson trying to pop out of that. Probably should have been called for stalling by now. But this is still down low on the ankle. Lewis draping over the top. Peterson's trying to set up a Peterson roll on Lewis. He's hooked ahead. They're going to wave off. What? He gave a reversal to Lewis, and then he's changed his mind and said 1 point. Coach is going to go over and have a little discussion with the referee. I'm not sure where he come up with either one.
I still thought Jaron had control there.
Yeah.
Still had that leg locked up.
At least going to award him the escape point. Not on the other scoreboard. I can't see the one.
It's there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you got a bar on your way there.
Yeah, there's a little bar on the ones. Okay, Peterson will work from the top here in the second period as Lewis is in the down position. They're underway. Lewis gets the arms out, up on his knees. Aaron having trouble keeping a hold of the longer arms of Lewis. And Lewis comes around and gets in the over position as Peterson down on a single leg. Trying to suck it in and dump. He's got Lewis on his back, almost had him pinned. And if Peterson did count that quick 2 count, if that's 2 back points going Jaron's way. Jaron hanging on to that single leg. He needs to do something different. Poor Lewis takes advantage of just hanging on to that single. Got the cross face in there. It's had a minute to go, second period, and there's the reversal for Lewis as Jaron couldn't hang on to that single leg. they're working with Lewis on top. Lewis putting the chin in the shoulders of Peterson. Now Peterson working towards the edge. Can't seem to clear his wrists. And not showing a lot of movement under there. We get a stalling warning on Peterson. He's going to wave it off. He called it on Lewis first and then waved it off and called it on Peterson. Lewis chopping the near arm. Peterson trying to stand up, does a Granby roll, pops out of there, and Lewis comes up, grabs him. They're completely free, and officials. No loss of control, according to the referee, even though they were completely broke apart. Peterson trying to stand up there. And we'll head to the third period. 6-3 for Peterson, his choice. They'll take the down position. Quick stand-up attempt by Peterson. Lewis grabs a toe, maintains control, lifts that leg clear up. We'll get a stalling warning. Coach Quinlan trying to help the referee out. It's early in the year. They'll restart him. Quick stand-up attempt by Peterson. Nice switch attempt there that just couldn't quite complete it. Lewis is going to come around and get in control. I thought those locked hands were aimed right at the referee.
I did too.
Peterson caught underneath. He's already had one stalling warning on him.
And I didn't agree with that either, because the Eaton wrestler would just stand parallel with him the whole time, just like he's doing now.
Yeah, the whole team's done that all night. Started out in JVs, and we're going to get a point awarded on the stall. As he stalls Peterson again. Inside a minute to go. And Peterson on the bottom with Lewis gets out to the side just a little bit. Now he puts a half Nelson in. Peterson tries to hit back into him. 40 seconds and counting. There's going to be another stall against Peterson. That's 2 points. Peterson draws it to 1 point. 6-5. Coach Mastari's talking to the ref. I'm not sure what that's about. And there's a quick stand up by Peterson. And there's another on the toe there. Now he's got the leg tied up underneath. The referee didn't see that either. Well, there's locked hands again. But Peterson trying to get out from underneath and arm chop. Peterson trying to hit a switch. Can't clear that other arm. 10 seconds to go. Lewis hanging on. They're going to call a stalling, and that's a signaling 1 point. That's a 2 point stall after 3 stalls.
So who got the point?
He called 1 point against. So he's going to stall the match out. What? He called that against the Eaton wrestler, I guess.
He did.
Going to end up 7-5. I don't know. Okay. Okay, I guess. I guess I'll have to leave you to explain that one. I'm a little confused by all those stalls, but oh boy, Buildings by Design. They have experience to complete your project from start to finish. Get the quality you deserve in your building by starting your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design.
160 pounds, Arnaldo Maltos Garcia taking on Rusty Lohr. It's a rematch already, as Rusty Lohr and Baby wrestled in the championship at Akron on Saturday. Rusty Lore got the better of Baby that day.
Rusty ranked number 1 in the state by on the mat. And let's see. Baby ranked number 3. Baby's probably going down a little smaller than 160.
He's planning on it after Christmas from what I've been talking to him. By far the most muscular wrestlers we've seen so far tonight.
Yeah.
Baby tried to get in an underhook position and throw Rusty, and Rusty's just too strong for that. Also has very good hips.
Yeah, he does. He's starting to get some experience. It's sticking his. He seems like he's wrestled a long time. He's been varsity ever since he wrestled for Eaton.
And Saturday, Rusty Lore worked the edge of the mat very nicely. Something you don't like to see if you're the opponent, but
yeah, you got to chase him to the edge.
Yep. Actually got 2 takedowns that day on the edge of the mat. .40 left here in the first period. Still no score. Wrestlers on their feet. Just keep feinting shots and getting in. Now Baby's in on an underhook. Now tries to drop down. Rusty's blocking everything. This is what Rusty did on Saturday. Sat there on the edge of the mat waiting. Baby tries to draw him back into the center.
But it's a lot of feinting out there. There's finally a shot. Not sure there was control when the referee awarded that point, but there is now.
So Rusty Lore gets the takedown here in the first period. We go to the second period, Eaton up 2-0. Baby's choice. He takes bottom. Rusty Lore just side drags him, puts him down to the mat. Baby works his way back up. Rusty trying to put a leg in. Baby hits a stirrup and stands up, gets away from Lore. 2-1 now the score. They'll be in the neutral position. A dive attempt by Baby. Underhook there. Looks like thought about hitting a fireman for a second.
He hardly used that last year. 2 years ago he worked it all the time.
I think Rusty expects that, so they've wrestled a few times. Baby pops the head. Rusty just stands there with elbows on his knees waiting for a shot. Rusty's a good defensive wrestler. A little 2-on-1 on the top, tries to drag Rusty by, and Rusty pulls out of it. Lore's just awfully quick. Baby's quick too, but Baby just can't get in on a leg. .30 seconds left here in the second period. 2-1 score for Lore. The duel itself is awfully close as Brush is ahead 18-16. A faint shot by Baby. There Baby's got the 2-on-1. Drops down to the double leg. Trying to dump Rusty out of bounds, and they'll squirt out of bounds before any points are scored.
He can run backwards pretty fast.
Yes.
Somebody around his legs.
We'll run out of time here in the second period. Lore's choice. He's going to choose bottom. He sets Baby on from the right side. Switch attempt by Lohr, another switch attempt. Stand up by Lohr. Lohr's peeling the hands, and they're going to go out of bounds. No change of control. Lohr's quick.
Yeah, Coach Bastari was lobbying for an escape.
2-1 here in the third period. Baby's going to get cautioned on the start. A little quick. Baby back on from the left side. Drops down to an ankle. Now Rusty a little quick on the start. Both wrestlers have been cautioned. Baby tries the right side this time. Stand up by Lohr. Baby goes around to the side on a little
He's setting up a
suicide tilt. They'll go out of bounds again.
It's hard to catch Rusty. All he wants to do is get out of bounds and block and dive. That's hard to wrestle somebody that don't wrestle.
Baby on from the right side, switches over to the left. Stand up by Lohr, and Lohr's gonna peel the wrist and get away for the escape. Goes up 3-1 here in the third period. Another 2-on-1 drag attempt. A fireman attempt, and Rusty just drops down. They go out of bounds again. A minute 24 left. Wrestlers on their feet here in the third period. Stalling call on Rusty Lohr. He just with his hands on his knees. Rusty Lohr backs out of bounds.
Should have been called on stalling on that one too.
Minute 4. Baby in on a single leg ankle pick. Rusty Lohr just with his hands on his knees. Rusty Lohr in on a double leg, dumps Baby right to his back. Baby squirts out of that, but Rusty's going to pick up the takedown.
He just waits for you to get frustrated and make a bad move.
He does. Smart wrestler.
Yes.
40 seconds left. Baby down 5-1. Baby trying to make his way up to his feet. Turns into Rusty. Rusty in on a leg at the edge of the mat. Whizzer by Baby. Rusty trying to pull Baby back in. Baby trying to step over Rusty. There's a takedown and some back points by Baby.
Oh, what do you call that?
Just a little tilt. A Turk. 3 seconds left, and Baby's going to win the match.
Oh, man. Sweet move. That was a sweet move coming from behind his Baby. Oh, man. What is it, 7-5? What a 5-point move right there at the end. Wow. 7-5 victory. Man, that's huge for the Beat Diggers. Randy Woodward's up next against Blake Miller. Stubbs Gas and Oil. Make Stubbs Gas and Oil your next stop when you're headed out of town. During your visit, you can stop, gas up your vehicle, sit down for lunch, get snacks, your hunting and fishing licenses. Find everything you need at low prices at Stubbs Gas and Oil in Wiggins. Another promising freshman for the Beat Diggers, senior for Woodward, just his first year. He takes on Blake Miller. Miller ranked number 7 in the state. Woodward shoots in, reaches for a single leg, gets caught in the front headlock as Miller sprawls away. Break apart. Coaches are pretty high on Randy Woodward. And Woodward going for a single leg again. Miller now hooks a knee, gets Woodward set over on a hip. He's going to crawl around and get to escape for Blake Miller, or takedown, excuse me. Woodward caught underneath. Eaton Red riding parallel. Miller trying to build a little bit of a base. Miller working definitely parallel. And just keeps Woodward broken flat.
Stays out there just parallel with him.
But after a while, you got to get out to the side and do something.
Apparently not.
Not tonight. 48 seconds left here in the first period. 2-0 for Eaton. Beat Diggers lead the duel 21-16. Little Grammy roll attempt by Woodward, but Miller follows him around, staying parallel. And we get a stalling warning on Miller. A minute and a half for parallel. Excuse me, a little less than that. Call it the parallel ride, I guess. Okay. Woodward stands up, does the Granby roll again, gets kind of caught underneath. Gets caught in a tight waist, tries to crawl forward. Miller breaks him down, wraps the wrist up underneath. Down to 15 seconds. Miller does tee out. Now he's got that wrist tied up underneath. Woodward gets that back. Miller with a cross face. Traps that far elbow. Woodward hips into him, tries to stand up, but we're out of bounds. 2-0 for the Eaton wrestler. Andy Woodward's choice is going to defer it. Miller will take the down position. Woodward in on the left side. Quick stand up by Miller. We're getting locked hands called on Woodward. And Miller trying to work around and get the 1 point escape for the penalty point. Woodward caught underneath. Miller out to the front. Woodward hanging on to a single leg. Keeps spinning with him now. And Miller's trying to get a little better riding position now. Step over and get 3 points out of that. Go up 5-0. On that reversal. Randy Woodward down 5-0. Yeah, we get caution for stalling on Woodward now on the bottom. A warning. Now Miller trying to work a arm bar back on Woodward. Gets out of that. Miller comes back with that parallel ride. Tries a half Nelson. Kind of hard to get a half when you're staying parallel and way back. Now Woodward gets a little bit of a base made. Miller tries to drive him forward. Woodward about got caught crunched up in a cradle. Now Woodward gets out to the side, hooks up a knee, and trips Miller down, trying to work up the body. They're still saying Miller has control. Now Woodward gets a reversal. And we'll make it 5-2. Woodward tight waist, working at near arm. There's a little Granby roll. Woodward slips away for the escape. Or Miller, excuse me. And Miller goes up 6-2 as we're down to 2 seconds left. And Edwards' third period. 6-2 for Miller from Eaton. And Woodward's choice. He deferred in the first period. Takes a down position. Quick stand up. Woodward turns in. Miller's that was close to locked hands. And Miller dumps him back down. As Miller out to the side a little bit. Woodward broken flat. Miller hits a little bit of a cross face, working that near wrist. They're trying to walk an arm ball around, but Woodward bases up. And Miller busts him forward. 1:20 on the clock. And County. Woodward broken flat. Miller reaches back for an ankle, takes a peek at the clock. Just stays parallel. Woodward's got to show a little movement. I think he'll get another stalling call. No, they're going to call that one on. They're going to call that one on Woodward. I don't know about that one. The other guy hasn't done a thing either, but that's going to make another point for Miller. Inside of 45 seconds to go. Now Miller's out to the side with a half Nelson trying to run it. But Woodward fights that off. 35 seconds. Now Woodward spins away and gets the escape. Woodward with a shot. Miller sprawls away from that. Catches a front headlock. And Woodward caught underneath. Miller sprawling away from it. And Woodward in on a single leg. As we're down to 10 seconds to go. Woodward's huffing and puffing. This match is just about over. Woodward with a shot. Miller sprawls away from that. It's going to be a victory for Blake and Miller. 7-3 for the Eaton Reds. And see, the team score is going to be 21-19 as we head into 182 pounds. Toby McDonald.
Toby McDonald had a good weekend last week.
Northeastern. I think that's Northeastern Junior College. Live in your world, learn in ours. Check them out at www.njc.edu.
Toby McDonald taking on Colton Ingram. Colton Ingram ranked number 9 by Tim Yount. Just underway here in the first period. Ingram in on a single leg. Dumps Toby right to his back. Toby fighting down there, trying to get out of it. And Toby McDonald gets pinned in 24 seconds.
He was fighting hard, but he got dumped his back. It's not good. Josiah Fuentes up for the Beat Diggers, going against Tanner Kramer. Hope I got that right. I can't hardly read the writing yet. Josiah Fuentes.
Yep. Josiah just a freshman also.
And we're set to go at 195. Tanner Kramer for the Eaton Reds. They go forehead to forehead.
And Eaton won the Akron tournament Saturday.
That's right. I have that somewhere in a pile of papers over there.
Brush ended up 4th behind Eaton.
Oop, Fuentes got taken down there. So he got kind of bull rushed and got thrown right to his back. He's trying to bridge out of it, but he won't. That's 12 big points. Eaton just picked up. Toby McDonald and Josiah Fuentes both go down.
Sorry, Rob, I thought we'd have more time to discuss that, but Eaton took first, and I think John Mall was second, Highland third, and Brush was 4th.
Yep.
Either that or John Mall and Highland were switched. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's over there somewhere in that pile. But, okay, next up is Riggs Tan for the Beat Diggers at 220. Takes on James Moreno from Eaton. Riggs Tan for the Beat Diggers. And kind of got that JV single. Oh, big shot there by Moreno. And Tan goes down. And Moreno's on it. Riggs is on his back. There's James Moreno going for the pin here. 1:38 on the clock. It's Tan. Not in very good shape right now. He's got a long ways to go. Only 30 seconds gone here in the first period. Oh, he got back to his base. Gives up 5 points. But getting his right arm cranked around the front of his face, and over he goes again. James Moreno got him in a pinhold again. And there's the fall. It's 3 straight for the Eaton Reds. They're going to walk away with the duel now. But we go to our last match of the night. It'll be Andrew Guzman going against Jeremy Moreno. They don't see Guzman on here. What grade's he in? You remember?
I don't know. He just came out a week or two ago. I don't see him on here either.
Well, he's a big kid. Colin
Junior,
Lanky.
I believe, but I can't guarantee that.
Okay. Going against Jeremy Moreno. It's a double underhook on him. Oh, that's your match.
Oh, and Moreno throws Guzman right to his back. With that double underhook. Moreno now switches to a headlock.
Well, and I don't think that's a legal headlock either, is it?
It is. He's got an arm in there.
Oh, okay.
Guzman trying to pull his head out there. And Guzman still has that headlock tied up tight. Guzman fighting for his life, trying to come around the back. Oh, Guzman on his... There he lifts the shoulder up. Oh, and there's the pin.
Oh, man. 4 straight pins for the Eaton Reds. Oh, man, let's see how that becomes at 52 seconds. I can get all those written down. So let's take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll come back and wrap up this first duel of the year for the Beat Diggers here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Welcome back to the Digger Dome. Is wrap this duel up 43-21 for the Reds. Not good for the Beat Diggers tonight as the Eaton Reds win it. Let's see, how'd we get there, Jason? You remember? Caleb Cox started it off with a victory, only 5-2 over Gavette.
Colin Cole got a pin at 113 pounds in the first period. They went up 9-0 at that point.
At 120, Jason Wiesman went against Alan Rodriguez, ranked number 10 in the state, and lost that one major decision 15-2.
126 pounds, Oswaldo Nunez lost to David Pringle by a score of 3-7.
It was Wyatt Fowl with a 340 pin over Eric Russ at 132 pounds.
At that point, Brush was ahead 15-7 on the team's side. 138 pounds, Justin Griffith lost his match by a pin in 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
He was leading that one after the first period, 5-1. At 145, Isaac Morales loses to Cash Anderson, 10-6.
And at that point, Eaton took the lead in the duel, 16-15. 152 pounds, Jaron Peterson got the win, 7-5, and Brush took the lead back, 18-16.
We went to Baby Arnoldo Maltos Garcia against Rusty Lohr, and Rusty Lohr dominated the match until about the last 10 seconds. And Baby got him in that kind of a weird hold, put him on his back, and won that one. It ended up 7-5 for Baby.
And then the wheels kind of fell off for Brush as Randy Woodward lost 7-3. And Eaton pulled within 2 points, 21-19.
It was 4 straight pins. Toby McDonald lost in 24 seconds at 182.
Josiah Fuentes lost by pinfall at 195 pounds.
Then Riggs 10 lost to James Moreno by a fall in the first period at 220.
And Andrew Guzman lost by a pin in 52 seconds at 285 pounds, and Brush ended up losing the duel 43-21 after leading at one point 21-19.
You can see flashes there, but you kind of see that the long football season I don't think helps either. But
long football season, and they're young.
They are really young. And where they're not young, a lot of them are very inexperienced. Randy Woodward is senior in his first year of wrestling. He looks like he's got a lot of tools to work with.
Yep, strong, and just needs to work out some kinks and learn a few things, and he'll be tough.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to want to face him about regional time. And there's a few others that flashed in there pretty good. But, well, that kind of, what did I do with my phone? I was wanting to talk. We got the dual tournament coming up this weekend. There will be 5 teams kicking off Saturday morning. So that probably won't take too long. And then we'll go clear to next weekend, or December 19th, we'll have the individual tournament here at the high school. That'll kick off at 9 a.m. Also, we'll have 2 tournaments here at the Digger Dome. Then we'll break for Christmas, and we'll head back. Our first match of next year. You want to go to that one?
Where's it at?
January 7th, Platte Valley in Estes Park. In Estes Park. On a Thursday evening.
In the middle of winter.
Yeah, that may be quite an experience. Then we'll come back to the 14th with Beat Diggers at Sterling for about the 3rd year in a row, I think. And then they'll kick off to Florence for the tournament. And that'll be a 2-day tournament, 15th and 16th down at Florence. That'll kick them off. And we'll end up January, the 21st, we'll wrestle Lions at Highlands High School, double duel. And then the Beat Diggers will go to that top of the Rockies at Louisville the 23rd. So that's going to be a tough tournament for the Green Beat Diggers. And then the February 4th, we'll kick off with Valley. Next thing you know, it'll be the triple duel the 5th. And then we're on to regionals. So that about wraps it up here, Jason. You got any more to add?
Well, like I said, we're young, we're inexperienced, but they're making headway in the wrestling room, and like you said, we saw flashes of brilliance tonight. There's some good wrestlers on here, just need some more mat time.
About another couple of years, they're going to be really salty, and it's going to be fun to watch them grow. So come on down to the gym Saturday, as we'll have that team tournament. And then a week from Saturday, we'll have the individual tournament. Looks like Coach is busy, so I think we'll wrap it up for tonight. Jason, our voice is about shot. Weren't too good coming in. I kind of surprised him, just handing him the mic. Just kind of expect him to show up, I guess. Appreciate it. Okay. Well, thanks a lot. Got Michaela running the board, and Scott Hodson, the new AD, helped set us up and stuff. That was good. Ryan Mayetta was the referee. And Beat Diggers lose the duel, 43-21 to Eaton. So good night from Brush. Don't you want to say good night?
Good night.
Okay. We'll be